Hey there, welcome to the channel. Today I'm doing something completely different. My hands are out. Whoa, wow, look at that, I'm white. Wow. So what should we call this thingamajigger, thingamabob, doohickama-whatsits? Uh, uh, cooking with Cockatoo, yeah. We're making something special. Very, very special. Today we are making the Frida Fritter. Now, doing research for this fritter recipe, I essentially got nowhere because all the recipes were like make a square, make balls, stuff it with chocolate, drizzle it with chocolate. It was just so indecisive. So I decided to do balls, and I miscalculated. Then I dunked my balls inside of hot oil. I was in excruciating pain. So I decided to make my own recipe based off of the Byzantine Honey fritter recipe. Now, you may have no idea what a Frida is, but we will get into who she is later on into the video and why I made this recipe. Now, let me show you what you will need for a large plate of these fritters. Now, to start it all off, you will want to pour 4 cups of milk into a large pot. I poured 2 cups, but I eventually realized my mistake and poured 2 more. Now, before we add the flour, we need to wait for our milk to start to simmer. But as you're waiting, go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. This should add extra flavor to the dough, thus making the fritters a lot more enjoyable. And next up to wait while our pot begins to simmer is ground nutmeg. Now let's add a healthy dosage of nutmeg so we can really get that flavor into the dough. Now that all of this is starting to steam, we will let this simmer for 5 minutes. Now that it's beginning to simmer, we can take the all-purpose flour and dump it into the pot. Make sure to stir this well as we want a dough-like texture. I should warn you now that you will be using a lot of flour. And I mean a lot of flour, because this recipe will fight you. Begin to stir up the mix as soon as you get it into the pot. We want frequent stirring so the milk and the flour will blend together. Now, once you get the flour mixed into the pot, continue to slowly add more flour into this pot. Now, there are no specific numbers and measurements for how much flour you need. Just keep adding more flour until you get a dough-like substance. Now, here's where the recipe actually starts to fight you. If you want a really good forearm workout, do this. Just keep stirring this. Just keep mixing and mixing and mixing. Just keep adding a little bit more flour and a little bit more flour until the dough starts to come together and get thicker. The harder it is for you to stir, the closer you're getting to the right texture. Now, it's around here where you would want to swap out your utensils. I would recommend a wooden spoon or anything that won't scrape the bottom of your pot. Once your dough, heavy air quotes on dough, starts to look like mashed potatoes, take it off the eye and set it aside. You thought you were done by taking it off the eye? Hell no, keep stirring that hoe. It's a bitch to stir. I know, I'm the one who made it. I could add like fighting noises to this section of the video and it wouldn't be too far off. Now it's time to take this dough from the pot and then add it to a plate, a cutting board, whatever to spread out this dough. Now I made a big mistake. Can you guys point out what this mistake is? I'll give y'all a few seconds. I had no flour. I had no flour onto this cutting board or added to this dough. At this point, this dough is so fucking sticky, and I didn't have any flour. I've been talking about adding flour most of this video up to this point, and I didn't have any flour. This is more like it. This is what I should have done. I should have thought, hey, this dough is really sticky, and I've just been adding flour to this dough recipe. I should put flour onto this board. I should have thought about that. But hey, I'll fix my mistake after a very sticky mess. Like I said before, just keep adding flour to this dough mixture. Make sure the dough doesn't stick to the board at all, and you're able to pick it up and toss it up into there like a pizza pie. Now that I'm thinking about it, that probably really would have helped thinning this thing out. If anyone knows how to toss pizza dough into the air perfectly, like how they fucking do it in the pizza shops, do that real quick. See if it works. Hit me up in the comments. To continue our recipe, it's time to bring out the chocolate. Look at that solid piece of chocolate. Yeah, that's some good chocolate right there. Look at the grooves. Yeah, that's some good chocolate right there. Yeah. And here's our oil. Now make sure to use a large pot and enough oil to deep fry. It's at this point of the video, I am experimenting on how I'm going to be deep frying these fritters. I will quarter this dough up into fours, and I really have no idea what I'm doing because, believe it or not, this entire video is my first shot at making these fritters. It's about time I told you who Frida is and why I'm making these fritters. Frida Fritter is a relatively small music creator here on YouTube that I met through a group of YouTubers named the Parlor Gang. On one live stream on the Pink Pilata YouTube channel, Pink asked Frida what would be her patent fritter. She responds that she doesn't like fruit for some fucking reason. Frida, you are a weirdo for that. Like, how? How do you not like fruit? It's like, it's delicious. It's nutritious. Are you allergic? If so, how are you allergic to all fruit? How? Tell me how. You're lying. I refuse to believe you're fucking lying. Fucking side tangent over. I was on this stream. Not on the stream exactly, but I was in the chat. And I get the bright idea with my culinary avenue that I should make these fritters. And, you know, it'd be a little treat for the whole gang. Doing research for this recipe, I get absolutely nowhere, so I backtrack and follow the Byzantine Honey fritters from Constantinople, making some adjustment tweaks because durum flour is $12 a fucking bag. Olive oil was $9 a bottle. Everything in this recipe was improvised because it was just too damn expensive. So I gathered up my improvised ingredients, and here I am with my fried nutsack making the official Frida fritter. Come on, man, get to the boiling! You know, there's a part of me that wants to stick my finger in there to see if it's hot enough. There's also the other part of me that's like, that's really fucking dumb, Cam. I guess while I'm waiting, I think I can... What the fuck? The fuck was that? I guess I can, like, make a little shape. A little square. I have no idea that this square one's gonna, like, stay together. There's a lot of cracks in it. It is pretty, like, watching all the lines in there. Yeah, I can feel the heat coming out. What the fuck? Oh, that's chocolate. I can definitely feel the heat coming off of it. Maybe I add a little bit more flour to this. Hold on. Where? Okay, there it is. I should trim my dirty ass neck. God damn. God damn. They're not too long, but damn, they're visible. You know, I was about to give up on this recipe, but when I was letting this dough cool, a buddy of mine, Alec, texted me on Discord. He's just like, I was like, what's up? And I told him all about it. And he told me that this is the right texture for how I made it. So, thank you, Alec. Thank you very fucking much. Thank you so much. I was about to give up on this recipe. But then again, I wasn't really going to give up on the recipe anyway. I made a promise. I'm a man of my word. But he saved me a lot on the stress. I will say that. All right, we're gonna like dip this one in there. See if it's. Oh shit! It is shit. Okay. We're going. All right. Cool. Ooh, that's pretty. I think it's good. I was hoping for the chocolate to melt. Please tell me that's the oil. Oh my god, it's fucking not. Oh my god! Crap! Well, hey, it's got a cool texture to it. That's kind of cool. Wait, let's see how we did. It's not cooked all the way. Crap. Quick, fuse together. Crap. It's melting. Yeah, we still got this one though. So make it a little thinner. So it did a little thing of the that. So don't make it that high. Like put it like on a medium or something. Don't know why you're allergic to fucking plastic. Damn it, it went everywhere. For the filling, use 5 pieces of chocolate, a pot with boiling water in it, and a bowl to place the chocolate inside. Once the filling is ready and you've rolled out your dough, it's time to put the fritters together. The dough should be thin enough to where it evenly cooks, but thick enough to where it won't break. Now, you don't have to follow the same shapes I'm making these fritters in. You can make these fritters in whatever way you want. You can make them into a square, a circle, a triangle, a ravioli piece like what I'm going to do. Form these fritters in however you please. Once you form all of your fritters into whichever shape you like, it's now time to fry them. In 3, 2, 1, let's fritter. Okay, I had to do that once, okay? Remember to fry these fritters for 2 to 4 minutes on each side. I fried these for a lot longer than I should have, to the point where the crust around the edges were too hard to actually bite down on, and it felt like I cracked a tooth right down the middle. But the upside to that is the middle was actually not affected at all, it was just the crust. So in the end, it was still edible. But remember, 2 to 4 minutes. Now, we have a few minutes before these fritters are done. I got something to say. Something to say to Captain Cook, who will be listed down in the description. Also, Pink and Frida. And now this man, Captain Cook, on a live stream stated that he likes chocolate, it's just that chocolate flavored things aren't his thing. That's fine, I can understand where he's coming from. But it's saying that chocolate is the basic bitch answer is where I draw the line. Vanilla. Vanilla is the basic bitch answer. And you know it, I know it, everyone knows it. And it's like, oh, well, it's so good for toppings. If it's so good, then why does it need toppings? You never hear someone saying, oh yeah, put some toppings on my chocolate. You never hear that. You always put toppings on vanilla. Vanilla is the basic bitch answer. And I know you're watching this. I know you're watching this. Shut up. I know you're watching this. You know it's true. You know that vanilla is the true basic bitch answer. And I remember the original topic was Cocoa Pebbles or Fruity Pebbles. I would have completely understood if you went Fruity Pebbles. Fruity Pebbles are fucking amazing. They're like Fruit Loops, but better. They're fucking amazing. I don't care that you'll eat a well-done steak. That's fine. I'll eat a well-done steak. Just pass me the A1 sauce. You never know who's on the grill. That's fine. I can understand that. Saying that chocolate is the basic answer when it comes to ice cream, milkshakes, anything, that's where I draw the goddamn line. Some of you will probably be stating that, oh, it's rage bait. Oh, he got you. It's like, no, this is beyond rage bait. No, this is different. You can sit down on your throne of lies, Cook, but you know damn well as I do that deep down, you fucking know that vanilla is the true basic answer. Fuck you and your vanilla milkshakes. I like you, man, but screw you. What was I originally talking about? Oh, yeah, the fritters. Damn, I got distracted for a second. Fucking hell. And now for the moment we've been waiting for. The Frida Fritters. Dusted with a little more nutmeg and pure Venezuelan powdered sugar. These look very scrumdiddly-umptious, and I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite. Ow, I think I cracked a molar. But damn, that's pretty good. I like that a lot. You can get a hint of vanilla, and the chocolate itself, it tastes like Nutella. It's like a soft fortune cookie stuffed with Nutella. That's the best way I can put it. They ain't the prettiest things in the world, but by golly, I made them myself and I'm proud. This was a very stressful video to make, at least on my end. I got very overwhelmed. I was looking at the wrong ingredients and technically the wrong recipe, and I thought the recipe was just ruined, but I was able to pull through. Never give up, kids, even when shit's not going right. And to the Parlor Gang, what of your patent foods would you guys like me to make next? I am so down to make another cooking video. And this will be the end of the first episode of Cooking with Cockatoo. I'm glad you guys stuck around for this long. Have a good day or night, and goodbye.